Good morning, everybody. In the previous class, we started our new chapter, elasticity of demand, and also we dealt with the introduction to elasticity of demand. Dear student, we have discussed three types of elasticity of demand: price elasticity, income elasticity, and cross elasticity. To recall you, our elasticity of demand is of three types. First, price elasticity of demand. Second, income elasticity. And third, cross elasticity of demand. So, among three types, the most important topic for our syllabus is price elasticity of demand. That's why we have to deal in detail about the price elasticity only. For income and cross elasticity, we already discussed the meaning in the previous class. So today must keep in your mind, if we talk about the elasticity of demand, it will understand the price elasticity only. So, to distinguish price elasticity from other elasticity, there are two options you have. One option, we use the British letter capital P before ED to denote price elasticity, or you can use frequently ED to denote price elasticity. Either you have the option to mention P dot ED, its price elasticity, or ED only. So, from today, if we discuss about elasticity of demand, there should be no confusion regarding the type of elasticity. Here, ED will be considered as price elasticity only. There is no option for income and cross elasticity here, until and unless the term income elasticity or cross elasticity is not used with the statement. So, from today, price elasticity means elasticity of demand. So see the meaning. Price elasticity of demand is a measure of degree of responsiveness of demand. What it measure? Degree of responsiveness of demand for a commodity to change in its price. Whenever we talk about the price elasticity, price is the base. We have to measure how much or what degree of responses regarding the quantity demanded by the consumer with respect to change in its price. So, to simplify the complexity of meaning, you can mention here P, price elasticity of demand, refers to responsiveness. So, proportionate change in quantity demanded with respect to proportionate change in its price. Quantity demanded for good X upon proportionate change in its price. So, the history regarding the price elasticity, first one, it was the Professor Alfred Marshall who introduced the concept of price elasticity in the economy. The concept of price elasticity demand as the ratio of percentage change in quantity demanded with respect to proportional change in its price. Means you can use the term percentage also in the place of proportional. So you can write here or percentage change in quantity demanded for good X upon percentage change in its own price, that is Px. So if you aware regarding the calculation of percentage change means percentage change in QD equal see the equation 1 here percentage change in quantity demand equal delta Q upon Q into 100. What? Where delta Q stands for change in QD. Q quantity demanded before change of price, and 100 we are using to calculate the percentage value. Again, for percentage change in price, percentage change in Px equal delta P upon P into 100, where delta P stands for change in price and computed by delta P equal new price minus old price, and at delta Q also calculated by new quantity minus old quantity, new after change and old before change. So delta P stands for change in price of price and computed by new price minus old price, and P stands for old price. It's also known as original price or price before change. So we have to put the value of percentage change in QD and percentage change in PX in the formula for price elasticity of demand, percentage change in QD upon percentage change in price. So note it down. We have to put the second and third equation into the formula of 1. So putting the value, putting the value of percentage change in QD and percentage change in PX into equation 1. We get, see the percentage change in QD, del Q upon del P, del Q upon Q into 100 upon del P upon P into 100. There are two possibilities you have. There is two possibilities you have. For PD, there is two possibilities. One possibility, PED. The first possibility is to mention the percentage change in QD upon percentage change in price. Calculate percentage change for quantity as well as price separately and put the value to get the ratio between the percentage change of two, quantity as well as price. But second option is to develop a new formula. From the value 100 upon 100, you will get delta Q upon Q into P upon delta P, or delta Q upon delta P into P upon Q. What we are calling arranging the delta in one side and P and Q in other side. So delta Q upon delta P and P upon Q is the proportionate method and price elasticity equal percentage change in QD upon percentage change in PX is percentage method. So if it is first, it is second. There is two formula you can develop here to calculate the responsiveness of quantity demanded with respect to change in its price. So you can apply both, either percentage or proportional. For the percentage method, you require to calculate percentage change in quantity demanded and percentage change in price separately. After calculating the value of both percentage changes in separate, you have to calculate the ratio between the percentage change. But for the second, you don't require to calculate the percentage change in QD and percentage change in price separately. You can combine changes in both quantity as well as price together to calculate the value of elasticity. But dear friends, see, one most important thing here, our price elasticity of demand is applicable only on the normal good. Don't be confused. Whenever we talk about impact on quantity demanded with respect to change in its price, you have to keep in mind other things remaining unchanged. Means income, price of related, taste preferences, whatever the other things, what we discussed in law of demand or demand function, are given and unchanged. There is no changes at all in other factors. Only we have to see the impact on quantity demanded due to change in its price. So, one more assumption you have to keep in mind. Our price elasticity is applicable only for normal goods. You can note it down. No, it is assumed that the product is normal in nature. So, whenever we discuss about elasticity of demand, we only are discussing about a normal product, not about given or inferior product or product for distinct usage. We only keep in mind our product is truly normal. So, normal product always follow or comply the law of demand. So, our calculation of elasticity of demand is truly based on law of demand. So, when we develop a formula from the law of demand, what we know, there is an inverse relation between change in price with respect to change in quantity with respect to change in its price. You can recall the law of demand to understand the elasticity of demand properly, because what is the difference between law of demand and elasticity of demand? Law of demand only give the knowledge regarding the direction of change, and elasticity of demand give the knowledge of degree of change. So, direction we have to derive from law of demand. There is inverse relation between change in quantity demanded with respect to change in its price. So, there are two possibilities you have. One possibility, price elasticity of demand equal minus delta Q upon delta P into P upon Q. Why we are using the minus? Here negative sign represent the inverse relationship. Negative sign represent the inverse relation between change in QD with respect to change in price. So, our negative sign only used to indicate the inverse relation between change in demand and change in price. There is no other meaning of inverse or negative sign. Because to know about the responsibility quantity demanded, we require only to keep in mind the numbers. Whatever the number, it doesn't matter. Whatever the sign, it doesn't matter, because sign only indicate inverse relationship between quantity demanded and its price. So must keep in mind, because during the exam you will may get confused by considering or observing the negative sign. One may ask you price elasticity of PED of good X is -2 and price elasticity of good Y is -3. See, between goods X and Y, then given information to you, price elasticity for good X is -2 and price elasticity of good Y is -3. For which product elasticity of demand is greater? It can create a confusion in your mind, -2 or -3. From the rule of normal mathematics, you know -2 is greater than -3. -2 is greater than -3 from the normal rule of mathematics. But here you have to keep in mind, minus sign only indicate the inverse relation. There is no use of negative sign here. So on that base, -3 is greater than -2. Means for Y, elasticity is greater and for X is lesser. So first, there are two possibilities you have. One possibility to use the negative sign. Another possibility, what the classic people done with the elasticity. Second alternative we have to use the two vertical bars to represent the formula delta Q upon delta P into P upon Q. Here the two vertical bars, where the two vertical bars is pronounced to vertical bars are pronounced as mod and used to ignore the algebraic sign plus and minus. Means here two vertical bars, we are putting the formula in between two vertical bars. It is pronounced as mod, and mod is used to ignore the algebraic sign plus minus. If you use two vertical bars, you don't require to use the negative sign. So keep in mind, whenever you go through your textbook, in some book writers may use the negative sign in the bracket. In other books, negative sign may be missing. Writers can use the number only. whatever the method adopted by writers, you don't require to claim anything. You have to command over your own concept, elasticity, if a negative sign is attached. It indicates only the inverse relation between quantity demanded and change in its price. If it is ignored or missing, you have to keep in mind it's understood. Whenever you talk about the elasticity, sign must be negative. It doesn't matter whether sign is attached or not. Sign हमेशा नेगेटिव होगी because sign केवल indicate करती है inverse relation between change in price quantity demanded with respect to change in its price, nothing more. So there is two possibilities. One possibility to use the negative sign in bracket, another possibility to ignore the algebraic sign and use double vertical bar to indicate or put the formula in between two vertical bars, that is pronounced as mode. So the most important elasticity of demand is price elasticity. A lot of formulas are there to calculate, but to understand the meaning of price elasticity of demand, you can explain the meaning with respect to responsiveness in quantity demanded with respect to change in its price. See what the definition given by Alfred Marshall. It is as the ratio of a relative change in quantity demanded of a commodity to a change in its price. It's a ratio between the relative changes. Ratio between the relative changes in quantity demanded with respect to relative change in its price. Or you can define the concept of price elasticity of demand. It refers to responsiveness in quantity demanded with respect to change in its price. How consumer can respond if there is a small change in price of good in the marketplace. So it is an economic tool which is used to measure the magnitude or degree of change in quantity demanded due to change in its price when other things remaining the same. The concept is truly applicable on normal goods. It cannot be applied on inferior or superior goods or product of distinct usage. So today it's over now. From the next class we have to deal with the kinds of elasticity, price elasticity, or kinds of degree of price elasticity of demand, and we can try some numerical to solve on the basis of this formula. After that, another method like geometric method, diagrammatic method, what other alternatives available, we can deal with in the methods of calculation of price elasticity of demand. But for explanation of meaning, only proportionate or percentage method is applicable. So, thanks all for today. We'll meet in the next class.